In the year 2434, Earth is invaded by alien forms, resulting in a lengthy and difficult battle for existence. After 50 years, scientists made a breakthrough in genetic engineering that resulted in Espers, who have heightened spiritual and martial powers. Humanity finally has hope thanks to their protection. However, the Espers' power has serious consequences. The more they use spiritual energy, the more unstable their consciousness becomes, ultimately leading to madness and self-destruction. With no method for reducing this problem, the number of Espers starts reducing dramatically. That is, until the first naturally born guide arrives, with the capacity to fix this fatal genetic flaw. Espers and guides have spiritual energy that allows them to take on spiritual forms. Espers and guides can see each other's manifestations, unlike regular people who cannot. Guides are incredibly uncommon, with 10,000 Espers for every one guide, making them immensely expensive. However, one exception exists: F-class guides. Unlike other guides, F-class guides offer minimal relief and are rarely partnered with Espers. Their spiritual manifestation skills are limited. While the weakest Espers may manifest a carnivorous animal, F-class guides can only manifest simple cellular organisms. Because of huge differences in intelligence and species, a spiritual connection between them and Esper is considered impossible. Qin Yun, a low-grade F-class guide, is struggling with his powers. Unlike other awakened guides, he is unable to manifest any spiritual entities, making him the lowest ranked among his peers. He is now en route to Planet G with a bunch of people. During the journey, a pink-haired guide complains about Qin Yun's effort in using spiritual energy for guidance, and how taxing that is, suggesting a simpler option, such as a kiss. The pink-haired guide stated that he dislikes using spiritual energy since it absorbs all of his energy and leaves him fatigued. Qin Yun inquires whether the frontline Espers have the luxury of brushing their teeth every day. The pink-haired guide instructed Qin Yun not to reveal the truth so harshly. The pink-haired guide envies Qin Yun's immense spiritual force and consistently excels others in all missions. Qin Yun reflects on his awakening, revealing that he didn't feel any different when his guiding abilities manifested. If it weren't for the brainwave detection system at school, he would have pursued an ordinary university life instead of being drafted into this system. Qin Yun dreams of retiring to a peaceful civilian life once the war is over. He envisions himself living without the burden of guiding Esper, relying on his military pension, and even marrying a civilian. However, reality hits hard when he and a pink-haired guide discuss their ranking as F-class guides. They humorously compare their spiritual forms, with the pink-haired guide teasing that even a tiny spiritual form is better than having none at all. Meanwhile, at the command center, a high-ranking officer discusses the occupation of Planet G, which lacks sufficient resources for its native life forms to evolve significantly. However, its strategic location makes it valuable as a military stronghold. The troops plan to fortify the planet to secure their advantage. The discussion about the Empire finally catching a break suggests that a conflict or mission is nearing. Qin Yun mentions that their work on Planet G is almost done and hopes for an easy day. Qin Yun is called over by General Ayers, who has been waiting for him. They greet each other warmly, showing familiarity and respect. During their interaction, a small, white fox appears, capturing Qin Yun's attention. He gently pets the fox and guides it, and it glows with a mysterious energy, indicating the guidance. Qin Yun assesses the fox's condition and comments that it looks good. The pink-haired guide excitedly exclaims that he doesn't have to kiss so many Espers. A commanding officer questions whether 10 guides will be sufficient for all the Espers in the northern section. However, General Ayers responds that Guide Qin alone will be more than enough. The officer appears uncertain but ultimately concedes, instructing them to be careful. General Ayers knows that Guide Qin is no ordinary guide. He has single-handedly outperformed more than 10 others. His resilience and capability even impress the soldiers, who comment that he seems as sturdy as the Esper themselves. 1. Remarks that without prior knowledge, no one would believe he was a guide. Guide Qin composes himself, salutes, and confidently reports for duty, awaiting further orders. That's all for today. If you want the next chapter, comment or like. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.